Okay, welcome back to our Welcome to Alabama PowerPoint presentation. We just finished talking about the waterways of Alabama, but now we're going to talk about the major cities. And let's start at the top and work our way down. Our first major city is going to be Huntsville, and then we have Birmingham, and then Montgomery, and then right here in Mobile. We're the fourth largest. Okay, Birmingham is number one. And Huntsville's number 2, Montgomery's number 3, and we are number 4. So here's a question. Why are these our biggest cities? And what about them makes so many people want to live in them? What makes them the biggest cities in Alabama? Well, if we start here with Huntsville is the center of the space flight industry. Back when we were first putting a man on the moon, Huntsville was the center of all that. They built the first rocket to send the man to the moon. So the space flight industry is huge in Huntsville. Birmingham is the center of the steel industry. We're going to talk more about why it's the center of the steel industry. Lots of interesting things about the ground there in Birmingham makes it the center of steel. But not only that, it also is the medical industry, and so many other things have come to Birmingham. So lots of people moved to Birmingham. Montgomery is the center of our government. That's where our capital is. So lots of government business goes on there. And then in Mobile, we have a port. Big ships from all over the world come into Mobile because we have a port, and that makes trade very important. We have 2 interstates that connect here in Mobile. We have train tracks here in Mobile, and then that seaport. So we are definitely the center of trade here in Mobile. And so the bottom line is what makes these our biggest cities and what about them makes so many people want to live there? It's because of jobs. They have lots of job opportunities. And so people move there from the smaller towns so that they can get a job. Now let's talk about some of those major industries that are in Alabama. Those might be our 4 biggest cities, but these industries are all over Alabama. So let's start here. The automotive industry, we make Mercedes, Hondas, and Hyundais here in Alabama, and they employ lots of people to work. The Hyundai plant is right between here and Montgomery, so we see that on the way. This state is covered in pine trees, so forestry is a huge industry. $13 billion in products each year just from the trees that we grow here in Alabama. And we're the first in the nation for the pulp industry. That's material that makes all the different papers, from toilet paper, paper towels, notebook paper, everything. We're the first in the nation to create that, and we're the third in the nation for actually producing paper. So that's a big industry here. Chemicals. We have more than 200 chemical companies in this state. That can be good and bad. Sometimes those plants are bad for the environment, but we do have lots of jobs at those plants. Technology. All these things go on in the technology industry, from making simulation devices, cybersecurity, databases, and sensors and radars for advanced missile systems. That's interesting. Then we have back to Huntsville here, the aeronautics industry. We have been dealing with air flight for over 100 years here in Alabama. We built the rocket to put the first man on the moon. So the aeronautics industry is very important. Steel making there in Birmingham. Alabama is the only state where all of the natural resources needed to make iron and steel can be found all in one area. So things don't have to be shipped a long way, which saves money. So they're able to make a lot of money in Birmingham making steel. Then there's the mining. Well, we can get coal out of the ground, limestone, which is a pretty white stone. Up near the north of Alabama, we have Limestone County. Well, you can imagine that's where most of our limestone comes from. And lots of buildings are made out of that pretty white stone. And then we have iron ore. If you go up to Birmingham, you will actually cut through a mountain. The interstate cuts through a mountain that is this reddish color. It's called Red Mountain because iron ore has a reddish tone to it, and you can see it in this picture right here. So in Birmingham, that's why they have Red Mountain, it's because of that red iron ore that's in that mountain. When things rust, when metal rusts, doesn't it turn a funny orangey red color? Well, that's because of the iron that's in it. So that's what we're seeing. And then also all over the state, we have agriculture, from chickens and eggs to cows and pigs. We have steaks and we have bacon, and all of that comes from the animals in our state. Peanuts and soybeans, cotton, of course, that's a big industry. Along with those peanuts and corn. So we make a lot of things in Alabama, lots of jobs here. It's a great state to produce things. Famous citizens. Let's talk about some of the famous citizens. There are many famous citizens from Alabama, but let's start with some of the ones that you might know very well, or the ones that are very prominent. And I think Rosa Parks comes to mind first. If you don't know about Rosa Parks, we're going to learn more about her when we get into the civil rights later on. She was the very brave little lady in Montgomery that got on a bus back in the 1950s and refused to give up her seat. And that's what for a white man. And so she got arrested for that. And it started a huge civil rights movement. So Rosa Parks, very famous lady from Montgomery. Jesse Owens, very famous. Now, you wouldn't remember him because he was from back in the 1930s, almost 100 years ago. But what's so special about Jesse Owens is he was an amazing track and field star. He won he broke many, many records. But in 1936, he traveled all the way to Berlin, Germany, where we were about to get into World War II with them. There was a little man named Hitler who was in charge of Germany at the time, and he believed that white people were supreme to all other races. And he had millions of Jewish people killed and murdered in his country. And that's one reason why we had to get into the war with him, to stop him. He was crazy. But he was at those Olympic Games because he was in charge of Germany. And there was Jesse Owens, a black man from Alabama who came to run in those Olympics. And he broke all the records. He won 4 gold medals. And all that did was really point out to Mr. Hitler that his theory was wrong. He was a black man that won 4 gold medals. So he was definitely supreme to the German athletes that year. So good going for Jesse Owens. Very proud of him. Another proud citizen is Hank Aaron. We have Hank Aaron Baseball Stadium, but they just recently renamed it. But he's from here. He broke lots of records for home runs. Now he is a very successful entrepreneur, which means he's a businessman in Atlanta. He owns lots of businesses, so he's one of our most famous citizens. We're very, very proud of him. I don't know if you've heard of her or not, but Helen Keller is definitely one of our most famous citizens. She was born right before the 1900s, the late 1800s, and she was born perfectly normal. But when she was about 2, she caught a fever, a very bad fever that caused her to go deaf and blind. And back then, people who were deaf and blind usually weren't allowed to go to school, or they had to be sent to special, like almost mental institutions. They just couldn't function in life with everybody else, and it was very sad. But Helen Keller changed all that. She was actually brilliant, but she couldn't express herself. So she was very frustrated on the inside, and she would throw tantrums. And so her parents finally got a teacher that could come and help her figure out ways to communicate. And that teacher became known as the miracle worker because she helped unlock Helen's ability to communicate. And from that point on, Helen could not be stopped. She was the very first woman, blind and deaf woman, to be able to graduate from college. And after that, she became a world traveler, and she earned many awards and honors, even the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So Helen Keller is very famous. Then we have Condoleezza Rice and Mae Jemison. These 2 ladies are amazing. This lady right here She was the United States National Secretary Advisor to one president and the Secretary of State to another president. She's definitely amazing. And then Mae Jemison is not only a doctor, a physician, she's also an astronaut. She was the very first Black woman to travel into space. So Mae Jemison, we're proud of her. Then we have several entertainers. Nat King Cole is a musical entertainer. W.C. Handy is known as the father of the blues. If you've ever watched the show Friends, you've seen Courtney Cox on there. She's from Birmingham. Then we have Harper Lee. She wrote a book that became a movie, and it was called To Kill a Mockingbird. We'll talk more about that later during civil rights. And then we have the CEO. That means he's the Chief Executive Officer. He's in charge of Apple. Anything to do with Apple computers, Apple phones, anything like that. He is the man over Apple. So those are some of our famous citizens. Then we have tourist attractions. When I was talking to you about our state, the geology of our state, how it changes from the coast up to the mountain region, dividing that landscape is the fall line where the land drops down, and that's where we get these beautiful waterfalls and lots of state parks. And so you can visit any one of these. We have caverns and caves and canyons and waterfalls. So if you could ever visit some of our state parks, you're going to see these beautiful landscapes. But here are some other tourist attractions. We'll start at the top. At the top, we have Huntsville, the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. We talked about that. You can go up there and see some of those rockets. It's really cool. Then Helen Keller's home, Ivy Green, where she learned how to communicate at the well. Her home is in Tuscumbia, that is right underneath Huntsville. Then we have the Talladega Speedway, people who like car races and that kind of thing. There's Talladega. And then we have the Ave Maria Grotto. If you don't know what a grotto is, here's the definition down here. It's a small, pretty cave, usually found in parks or gardens. And so there's the little man in Coleman who was very religious. He decided to create a grotto full of tiny buildings. And here's a big picture of it. And this is just a small part of the whole grotto that he created. It would wind around on a path around and around and around. But all of these miniature buildings he created and put into this grotto. And you can walk up and down the paths and see these little buildings. It's amazing. I've been there as well. So that site is in Coleman, Alabama. Then we have Birmingham. We have the Vulcan, which is a monument to industry. And we have lots of museums and the zoo and the UAB hospital, lots of things there. But here's a picture of the Vulcan up close. He is a monument, like we said, to the steel industry. The Vulcan is the Roman god of fire. And to make steel out of iron ore, it's 10,000 degrees of fire. They're very hot. And so that steel requires fire in order to be made. So that's why Birmingham has the Vulcan. And then we have Moundville. The remains of ancient Indian mounds can be found in Moundville, Alabama. Then we have in Montgomery, the state capital, civil rights museums, and we have Old Alabama Town. If we get to go to Montgomery this year, which fourth grade usually does, we can get to visit these places. Then we have, of all things, in Enterprise, Alabama, a boll weevil monument. Yes, it is the only statue in the world dedicated to an insect, a bug. And I've got a picture of it up close. It's in Enterprise. There, she's holding it up right there. If it wasn't for this bug, it came along and ate all the cotton, and that was a crop that Alabama depended on. Well, when this bug came along and ate the cotton, people were ruined financially, so they had to figure out some other way of making money. And if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have a lot of these other industries. The peanut industry wouldn't have come along. So they actually dedicated a monument to the weevil because it caused us to find other resources. And so that's that. And then Mobile, of course, we've got all of these interesting things. We have Bellingrath Gardens, the USS Alabama Battleship Park. We passed the battleship out on the out in the bay. We have Gulf Shores and Dolphin Island beaches. Lots of people go visit the beaches. And down at the entrance to our bay, we have two Civil War forts, the remains of those two forts that were guarding the bay. They're down there for people to go and visit. So lots of things to see in Alabama. Then our last slide, some other important and interesting facts about Alabama. Don't really have to remember any of these for a test, but they are interesting. In 1819, Alabama was created the 22nd state in America. And so that meant last year, in 2019, we celebrated Alabama's 200th birthday. We're 200 years old. Then Alabama was the first place to celebrate Mardi Gras, and that was here in Mobile, of course. We were the very first location. People think it was New Orleans, Louisiana, but it wasn't. It was here in Mobile. We were several years ahead of them. Mobile, Alabama, believe it or not, used to be the capital of Louisiana. The lines of these states were different way back then, and so at the time, Mobile was definitely part of French Louisiana, and we were the capital in this city. So that's interesting. The first 911 call was made here in Alabama, and it was a non-emergency. It was a test, but it was to show that we have now got this new emergency system. And so that was started right here in Alabama. The first rocket that sent the man to the moon was made here in Alabama. We already talked about that a little bit. Alabama was the first state to declare Christmas a legal holiday. So we started the Christmas holiday. And Birmingham is known as Steel City because it is the only place in the world where all of those elements can be found. And then last, believe it or not, the Civil War actually started in Alabama. We're going to learn more about the Civil War when we get to that time period in history. But Montgomery was the capital city of the southern states during the Civil War. And the telegram ordering the southern troops to fire their first shot on the northern troops, it was sent from Montgomery. So therefore, we started the Civil War. So that is the end of our Alabama interesting facts, and we're now going to turn to our study guide and make sure that we get it filled out. So have your study guide handy.